Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Right now, one of the big stories in the nation is the derailment of a train in Vermont, reminding us of the Philadelphia train wreck. I've already taken the time to decode this story, and I want to show you all the connections to Philadelphia. This stuff is amazing, Truth Seeker. So, notice right away what stood out to me when I first read this was that it said 98 people were aboard the train when it derailed. Because I take the time to decode all these stories, I remember how the number 98 stood out in the Philadelphia train wreck. 98 was coded all over the Philadelphia train wreck. We will get to that. Notice the spokesperson for this wreck, Dana Huapi. Strange name. It has gematria of 105, like Zionism, like Masonry, plus today is October 5th, which can be written 10/5. We'll go through this and then I'll show you all the very bizarre connections. Remember, the Philadelphia train wreck was traveling 106 miles an hour. Vermont has gematria of 107, one off the mark. Vermont and Jewish gematria forms this gematria of 1005. If you put a slash in the middle, it's kind of like 10/5 for the date, October 5th. The train was traveling from Northfield to Washington, D.C. Notice the gematria of Northfield. 322 in Jewish, like Yale, Skull and Bones. The reverse of that is 223, the number for the synagogue of Satan, the false Jews, the Zionist Jews who will rule in the end times as stated in Revelation. Northfield has simple English gematria of 666. In Revelation, the number 666 comes from there, just like the term the synagogue of Satan. Northfield has simple English gematria of 111. Amtrak has Jewish gematria of 222, so some of those number triplets. In the Philadelphia train wreck, it was blamed on Brandon Bostian, who had English name gematria of 888. We'll see who they say the engineer is for this one later. Those details aren't out. I just wanted to show the connection, though. The Philadelphia train wreck, it was destined for New York. Philadelphia and New York have a lot of revelation coding. I just did a video on this yesterday. Just show you the similarities between New York and Northfield. With regards to the 98 passengers, the Philadelphia train wreck came 88 days after Lupercalia. Lupercalia is on the 44th day of the year. In Pythagorean gematria, Lupercalia equals 44. Show you this real quick. Lupercalia equals 44. Whoops, didn't have it in reduction. Lupercalia is a festival on the 44th day of the year. A lot of things have been measured from Lupercalia this year. I have a feeling this train wreck was also measured from Lupercalia, which has the simple English gematria of 98, like the number of passengers reported on the plane. From Lupercalia, February 13th, the 44th day of the year, to today, October 5th, is a span of 234 days. And this is a special number because in numerology there's a practice of adding the reflection. 234 plus its reflection, 432, equals 666. And again, we had that coding in Northfield, where the train was leaving on its way to Washington, D.C. Notice this is also a span of 7 months and 22 days. When you divide 22 by 7, you get the number for pi, having to do with cycles and circles. These media hoaxes are part of ongoing cycles and circles. Notice it's also a span of 33 weeks and 3 days, probably not a coincidence. Now, with regards to the Philadelphia train wreck, it was Michael Anthony Nutter who was wearing a Clinton t-shirt through the whole thing. I won't forget that. He had Clinton Enterprises on his t-shirt. Anyway, he's the 98th mayor of Philadelphia. Adding insult to injury, his name, Michael Nutter, has gematria of 59, the number coded all over black people throughout history. Negro equals 59, slave equals 59, blues equals 59, Motown Records came out in 59. The name Michael Anthony Nutter, the full way sums to 93, another number coded on very important black Americans in history. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and more. All of these people have 93 name gematria. Special number to the nation, to the Zionists. And all of these people over the years have likely been Zionist agents. And don't get me wrong, Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X said a lot of great things. His birthday, True Seeker, has that 111 numerology. See that in New York. We see that in the train wreck today. We see that number coded a lot around these hoaxes. So he was the 98th mayor. The doctor they had on the scene telling us of the deaths and the injuries, his name was Dr. Herbert Cushing. Look at the name, Gematria Truth Seeker. 8998. Also, the only other person that you really saw on the TV besides Michael Anthony Nutter, this doctor was also the spokesperson for the NTSB, who was named John Goglia, also having Gematria of 98. Nutter was wearing this hat the whole time, OEM, that's 15 plus 5 equals 20 plus 13 equals 33. We find 33 around the hoaxes a lot. You can see the t-shirt he has on here, what I was talking about, Clinton Global, Clinton, a 33 word. Remember, the Clintons are originally out of New York, the original governors of New York. This is in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is named after Revelation. Remember, Revelation in Jewish Gematria equals 1010. This is what's going on in the world, Truth Seeker. The media, they are this gang. They are the synagogue of Satan. This is how they continue to do this to us. Here's another one from the past. Do you remember this? The Metro North train crash at 82 miles per hour on December 1st, 2013. Think about the date, 12/1. Revelation equals 121 in simple English Gematria. But get this, Truth Seeker. Metro North Railroad sums to 98. Here's another railroad crash with another 98 coded into it. There's this movie Unstoppable about a train wreck. It runs 98 minutes starring Denzel Washington. There's a whole lot more coded into it. I have a video on this. Release date of 33, set in Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. Another movie, this one's about a boat wreck. Right now in the mainstream, we're also hearing this story about 33 passengers. This boat lost in the storm Joaquin, which has 33 Gematria. Qualifying wind speed for a hurricane is 33 meters per second. This happened in October, the only month with 33 Gematria. Anyway, this movie runs 98 minutes and was released on May 12th, the date of the Philadelphia train wreck. Here's the film Unbreakable. Bruce Willis's character has a 93 name like Michael Anthony Nutter. His name's David Dunn, 93 Gematria. This film runs 106 minutes, and let us not forget that the Philadelphia train was traveling 106 miles per hour. This film released on a date with 33 numerology, the anniversary date of the JFK assassination. So this is the early report on the Vermont train wreck. Very suspicious. Again, it comes this 234 days after Lupercalia. It looks wrong up there because I plugged in the Philadelphia train wreck to see if anything was interesting too. But yeah, Truth Seeker, this is another crash by the numbers. It's likely a hoax. In Philadelphia, it looked like they purposefully wrecked or parked maybe old depleted train cars. Might be the exact same thing in here in Vermont. It's funny that it comes the day before October 6th. Remember, October 6th is September 23rd on the Julian calendar. The Philadelphia train wreck happened at 9:23 p.m., going 106 miles per hour. 106 is the number of prophecy. Show you this real quick, Truth Seeker. There's a connection between 106 and 98. The word prophecy, when spelled correctly, has a gematria of 106. It also has this 666 connection. The word prophet has a gematria of 98. And in the Philadelphia train wreck, we saw 98 and 106 come together. We've seen it in other stories since. I think this is how these madmen code it. They are false prophets. So that's the message. If they give us any more updates, I'll do another video. Just wanted to clue you in. There's a lot of stories today. I'm going to do a few more videos after this one. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.